Okay, so let's do this review of Obsession. Now, I've seen it twice. Um, and if y'all don't want it, because I'm going to do a full-fledged spoiler review. So, I'm going to just give y'all the bullet points right now, and then I'm going to say spoiler warning, and then I'm going to go into, plot details, all that stuff like that. But, if you don't want to watch it, here you go. So, my take on Obsession: good movie, very well written, very well directed, sound design 10/10, amazing. um Acting wise, I mean, they were all in, they were fully all in. So if I had to give it a score, definitely a 9 out of 10. um it's been a long time where I actually felt unease and jumpy, and actually can use the words like edge of my seat when I watched it. Watched it twice. And yeah, I ain't no punk when it comes to horror, but that was actually something. And maybe it's because it's one of those things where, like, if you ever dated a girl that was kind of obsessed with you, um you can kind of relate. So hey, that could be another thing. But yeah, now let's get into the movie. So spoiler warning advised. Don't listen any further. We're gonna get into why I hate him as a character and as a person. But why I also love the movie. Okay? Boom. 5 seconds. Okay, so we start off the movie with with his cat dying. And that's very sad, very emotional. He had to deal with that. And before that, they have the diner scene or whatever like that, where he's, basically confessing his love. So they show the friend, and then he's talking to Nikki, and everything like that. Or we think he's talking to Nikki, confessing his love. His friend is giving terrible advice to him. The girls talk about his sweet, everything like that. We're thinking like, okay, I mean, it seems like it's working. Then come to find out, that's not the girl that it's supposed to be said to. Douchebag shark of a friend. But you come to find out later on in the movie, it's because he actually, been sleeping with her on and off, friends with benefits style, for like 2 years now. Me personally, you can kind of already read that by the bad advice that he was giving him. He was telling him, like, I'm talking about playground bad advice. And usually you don't do that unless you either got a crush, actually like somebody, and you don't want that person to be with him. That's not a good friend. That's not a good person. But I understand it. Anyways, they finish that. He go home. He find his cat dead. He breaks down. He's, calls off work, all that stuff like that. And then fast forward to the night. Nikki calls him, basically hitting with the "I missed you at work today. You're lucky," blah blah blah. And because he's so pussy, and this is a through line through the entire movie, he's so insecure and withdrawn within himself that, I mean, the spinal backbone that he has is fucking jello. The man has no spinal cord, no backbone. He was born with jello as a spine. And I know men like that. I know boys like that, and those men are boys to me. Because most women are very simple. Literally just say the shit. Say the shit. If a girl be like, "Hey, do you like me?" Yes or no. You get your answer. Not, you fucking obsessed with her. You really want to be with her. You fucking talking all this shit about, you dreaming all that shit about her. And then gonna be like, "Oh, well, I think we're better as friends. You know, I love you as a friend. I like you as a friend. That shit's dumb to me. I've never understood it. I always hated it when they did it in movies. Even the old school rom com movies that I love, like from the 2000s, like How to Get a Guy in 10 Days. Um, Same shit. It was always like, bro, y'all like each other, get together. Anyways, yeah, so he comes out to the party, they have a good time, whatever like that. He drives her home the whole time. He um trying to think of a way to tell her whatever like that. She telling him other things, blah blah blah. He thinking he's getting a hint. They get home and she literally asks him, like, do you like me? She leaves, come back, do you like me? He gives the bullshit answer of, oh no, I like you as a friend. And immediately when she leaves to go back to the house, he pulls out this fucking Make-A-Wish stick, breaks it, and says, I wish that Nikki would love me more than anything in the world. Anyone or anything, actually. So that means over herself, which is why throughout the movie she was harming herself and others because he's the most important. He's the most important thing in the world. And yeah, so just craziness ensues. It gets worse and worse. But I love the way that it was just shaped in how her body language was. Like the actress, her body language, everything, where it really looked like two entities, two souls were pulling through the same body. One of the most pivotal scenes to me was when she was asleep and she was telling him, like, please, you know, me. And then the multiple times where it was like, it's not me, like, you know, that version fed him his dead cat. After the ritual didn't work, he didn't like that. Fed him the dead cat. But the pictures before that was a heart of him and then a picture of them two together with not me written on the picture. And that was one of the first signs that Nikki wasn't Nikki. But the sad thing about it, he has such no backbone, no spine, that even when she said, please, me, his response was, what's so bad about being with me? Just fully selfish. Just fully selfish, not caring anything about her well-being, her choice. And the craziest thing is, it's such an allegory for like sexual assault, rape, all that stuff like that. Just because she gave no consent. She never liked you. Never liked you. But the funny thing is, I feel like, me personal opinion, her on and off with his friend and her wanting to quit the job, you know, she putting in her 2 weeks and leave, I feel like mentally she would have gave him a chance because he was so opposite. Now, it wouldn't have worked because, for one, the other girl had a crush on him and they were a better match. But for two, things like that never work out anyways when you're kind of forcing it. But I really feel like she would have gave him a chance if he just said yes when she got out the car. They probably would have dated like a few months, realized they wasn't that compatible, better as friends, they would have broke up. But yeah, so the multiple off scenes, the slow motion, the shadow camera work, her instant, you know, from 0 to 100, back to 0, back to 30, like back to 100, all that was fire. I could talk about this movie for like 40 minutes, but I'm gonna just give y'all 10. So if y'all want to talk about more and y'all even made it this far, shit, hop in the comments, say something, I'm gonna reply and talk some more. But how y'all like Obsession? Let me know. Beautiful.